Hello, and let's continue the implementation decisions and budgetary control encumbrance accounting flow. Looking at that in a little bit more detail, some decision points: do you want to transaction amounts from requisitions, purchase orders, invoices, receipts, and journals to be validated against a budget during transactions processing in real time? So it will stop transaction processing when they are, or can stop transaction processing when there are insufficient funds. If you are answering yes to that question, then you will need budgetary control. Do you need to report consumption of your budgets? If you're answering yes to that, then you need budgetary control. Do you want journals in general ledger to represent purchase order obligations or requisition commitments? If you do, then you need encumbrance accounting. Do you just want to report budget versus actual expenditures? Then you just need GL, and you don't need to implement budgetary control and encumbrance accounting. So based on the decision points, you can decide to enable the specific features. So if you don't need GL journals or balances for purchase orders and requisitions, but you need real-time spending controls on transactions, then you only need to have budgetary control. You only need encumbrance accounting if you don't need to validate transactions amount against the budgetary during transaction processing, but you need to report purchase order and requisitions. So that means you would have encumbrance accounting only and create those journal entries. If you need real-time spending controls on transaction amounts and you want general ledger journals or balances for purchase orders and requisitions, then you are going to implement both budgetary control and encumbrance accounting. And as I said, neither of them if you only need to report budget versus actual expenditures periodically. There is no need to implement any of them. You can just use general ledger for your budget to actual reporting. Regarding the budgetary control and the encumbrance accounting flow, as you see here, let's start off with budgetary control. So budgetary control then accounts at summary or detail account level using any budget calendar. So after a transaction is submitted, the budgetary control module performs the funds reservation and calculate the funds available balance for a budget account. Those balances are available for multi-dimensional analysis and reporting in the budgetary control module. We have budgetary control balances, so an space cube within the budgetary control module. For encumbrance accounting, this accounts at a detail account level based on the accounting calendar using general ledger and subledger accounting. So you can create accounting using subledger accounting and you transfer your journal to general ledger and you post them to update the GL balances and the GL balances queue. So that's the space queue within general ledger. The two are different. So there are two different balances cubes, one in budgetary control for your budgetary control balances and one in general ledger for your general ledger balances. So the budgetary control module handles the funds check and reservations and maintains your fund available balances. It is separate from the subledger accounting and general ledger modules that handle your encumbrance accounting. And this separation allows you to implement budgetary control without encumbrance accounting or implement encumbrance accounting without budgetary control if you wish to. And that brings us to the end of this lesson, where we have had an overview of budgetary control, encumbrance accounting, transaction flow, and processes and decisions of implementations. See you in the next lecture.